Watch Dogs promises to be an all-new open-world experience, one that is immersive, rewarding, and beautiful across all platforms. It also promises things like seamless multiplayer or tons of interactable NPCs. But does Watch Dogs actually deliver such an experience?
I didn't know about any kids, alright? That wasn't supposed to happen.
I want you to think very carefully. Think.
Now before I even start this review, I'd like to say that I'm not going to compare this game to Grand Theft Auto. At all. Even though Watch Dogs is an open world game, it doesn't mean it's not original. Sure, it has its bad days, but Watch Dogs is actually quite refreshing. In Watch Dogs, you play as Aiden Pierce, a vengeful hacker against the new CTOS system in place within Chicago. His family has been murdered, and he is out to get revenge on the powerful and corrupt. Aiden is not quite a protagonist. He's something in the middle of an antagonist and a protagonist. He's a guy with no real claim to good or bad. It's just gray. The storyline mission structure is split into a storyline flow in various quests. You can be a driver, assassinate some guy, blow things up, go in quiet, whatever suits your fancy to get the job done. And that's what I loved about the game. Everyone runs through with a slightly different storyline. I can go in slightly with a bunch of hacked rooms while my friends could have went guns blazing. But what wasn't immersive was the storyline. The story is very generic, bog standard revenge. You know, man has bad things happen to him, man sinks revenge on people who caused it. It's all very predictable. There are some awe-inspiring moments throughout the game, but most of it was just, okay. Oh, I saw that one coming. One thing I must commend the story for though, is the voice acting, and man is it good. Watch Dogs has some pretty good mechanics as well. The hacking feels quite rewarding and powerful as you play, and you can actually be upgraded to unlock other things. Like I said, you can choose to go gun blazing or stealth mode. There are tons of things to do within the city. More than 20 hours of gameplay, you have additional fun activities too, like the additional trips. It's a pretty big game. There are some disappointing aspects though, like driving. Driving feels quite bad and arcadey in Watch Dogs, and it makes the world less lively. The side missions within Watch Dogs are also particularly disappointing. They never quite manage to be interesting or challenging, and feels like a forced addition to bump up playing time. But these things are just small quirks in a pretty big game. Multiplayer is where the game has its fun moments as well. It was great for a while, but then slowly started to be repetitive, even with the online skills being unlocked. Now multiplayer isn't fully released yet, so I'm not going to be too harsh on that one. I'm gonna let that one slide. Visually, Watch Dogs is just gorgeous. I will say, however, it's not exactly what I saw at E3, but it looks great nevertheless. The reflections, lighting, and of course those cool wind effects are just beautiful. In conclusion, Watch Dogs is a great start in a prosperous series of games. It's not 100% what I was promised, but what is here will give you a hell of a time. You must remember Watch Dogs is the first start of the series, and so far it's pretty darn good. Just give it a try.